Hello everybody. Now we will discuss the complex numbers, but before the complex number we will try to understand few more things. देखिए, अगर suppose you want to take the square root of any positive integer, for instance suppose 4, you want to take the square root of this number and root 4, that is equal to plus minus 2. Similarly, you want to take the square root of suppose 8 is there, then you can write down plus minus 2 root 2. This is your square root of this number. But now question is there, here is the inside this radical sign, the positive value is given. So you can take the square root of this one. Suppose inside the radical sign is the negative value, or you can say, for instance, suppose one more you can take, suppose x square minus 4 is equal to 0, then x square will be equal to plus 4. Then you want to take the square root of this one and root 4, that is equal to plus minus 2, you can say. This is x equal to. But in place of this one, suppose your equation is x square plus 4 is equal to 0 and you want to find out the value of x. Here inside the radical sign you are getting the positive value, so you can take the square root of this number. But now inside the radical sign, x square you will do, you will get minus 4, then you are going to take the square root of this one, under root minus 4 you will do. So question is, how can you take the square root of this number? क्योंकि देखिए, one thing is keep in mind, if you are taking the square root of this number, you are getting 2. It means if you are going to do the square of this number, you will get this radicand. Either you are going to do the square of plus 2 or the minus 2, ultimately you will get the plus 4 radicand. But you cannot say this is equal to, this is not equal to plus minus 2, because if plus 2 whole square you are doing, never you will get the minus 4. Minus 2 whole square you are going to do, never you will get this one is there only. So here is inside the radical sign there is a negative value. So to reduce this negative value, to remove this this sign, so the Euler was the first mathematician who introduced the symbol of I, and that is known as a iota. And the value of this I is equal to the square root of this minus 1. Means I is equal to under root minus 1. Then you can say, or you can say I square is equal to plus 1, you can, that is I square is equal to minus 1 is there. I is equal to inside the radical sign, negative value. So I square is equal to what you are getting, here is the minus 1 is there only. That is. So in place of this minus 1, you can write down the I square is there. Suppose you want to take the square root of this one here only. So this is your x is equal to inside the radical sign minus 4. So this can be written as plus minus is here, plus minus is here. That is equal to under root 4 into minus 1. That you can write down 4 into minus 1. But this minus 1 is equal to this iota, that is I square. So you can put the value of this minus 1 is here, 4 into I square. क्योंकि देखिए I is equal to क्या होता है, under root minus 1 होता है, and that is known as a iota. This was introduced by the Euler, who was the first mathematician to introduce this one only, to find the square root of any negative integer inside the radical sign is there. But the value which you will get, that will be the imaginary, that is also we will discuss. So this is equal to, you can say x is equal to plus minus 2i. So this is therefore x is equal to plus minus 2i is there only. So inside the radical sign, if the negative value is there, these are the imaginary values you will get here. These are the imaginary values are here. That is also we will discuss. But here again we will talk about the integral power of the iota. So I is equal to under root minus 1, or you can say I square is equal to minus 1 is there only. Now if we going to do the I square whole square, what do we get? Minus 1 whole square. So that is equal to plus 1. It means I raised to power 4 is equal to plus 1. One more point is here also, keep in mind. Then I raised to power 0 is also equal to 1. So we will take the help of this one to evaluate the values कि I raised to power 4 बराबर क्या होता है, 1 के बराबर. जैसे for example they can ask to evaluate only. Simple they can ask to evaluate, that we will discuss. Have a look. Yes, now few more things we will discuss. First of all, power of I we will try to understand. Again I am going to discuss I is equal to, that is equal to minus inside the radical sign minus 1. So if you are going to do the I square, that is equal to, you will get under root minus 1 whole square. So that is equal to minus 1. So therefore you are getting I square equal to, this is there only. Again if you are going to write I is raised to power 4 means that is equal to I square into I square, that is minus 1 into minus 1, so that is equal to, you can see the plus 1. So therefore the value of I raised to power 4 is equal to plus 1 is there only, means जो भी 4 के मल्टीपल में होंगे एक्सपोनेंट that will always equal to the 1 is here. Suppose now similarly I raised to power 0 is also equal to 1. This one is also keep in mind. I raised to power 0 is always equal to 1 is there. So with the help of these things we will solve these questions is there. See now one question I am taking, for example suppose I raised to power, suppose 10 is given, I raised to power 10. So one of the ways there only, this can be written as I square whole raised to power 5. That you can write down because a raised to power m into n whole raised to power n, so a raised to power m into n, I raised to power 10 is there. Because I square is equal to क्या होता है -1, तो मैंने क्या किया, we are supposed to break this I raised to power 10 in terms of I square is here. So this is your -1 whole raised to power 5, and -1 you are multiplying 5 times, then you will get the -1 because it is odd is there, and the exponent of any negative integer is odd, that is the value will always be the odd is here. One of the ways this one, but here is in place of this 10 there is a very big number is there, then how can you do? So what we will do, we will take the help of this I raised to power 4, because I raised to power 4 is always equal to 1 होता है. तो करना क्या है, you are supposed to divide this I raised to power 10 by this 4 only. So why 4 you will divide 4 to the 8, whatever the remainders will be there only, that you must to write down that. देखिए 4 raised to power 4 to the 8, remainder will remain the 2. So you must write down this is equal to I raised to power 2, and this can be written as -1. So with the help of the power of this I raised to power 4, you can evaluate this one is there. क्या करना है, इसको you are supposed to divide by 4 to the 8, but your remainder will also be the 2. Remainder is also the 2, so that will remain the I raised to power 2, because actually this is going to happen. This is I raised to power 2 whole raised to power 4 into I square, you can write down like this, and I square is equal to -1, or you can see, you can do like I raised to power 4 whole raised to power 2, so that is 1. This is 4 to the 8 and plus 2 10 is there only, so we are going to break. So instead of this one what we are going to do, we are supposed to divide by 2, जो भी remainder है उसे यहाँ लिखिए, and then you have to put the values here only. So this is also one of the ways there only. Now we will discuss these questions is there, we will evaluate this one. Look at here now. See now, this first question is there, we are asked to evaluate this one. So A is I raised to power 23. What we will do, we are supposed to divide it by 4. Divide by 4. 4 5s are 20. 4 5s are 20. So this is 4 5s are 20. Remainder is 3. So this is equal to what? I raised to power 3. And I raised to power 3 can be written as I into I square. And I into I square is already 1 minus 1. So this is equal to I. So the value of I raised to power 23 is equal to -1. केवल इसको you have to divide by 4, because I raised to power 4 is always 1. I raised to power 4 is equal to 1. Therefore, and remainder must be right here only, because rest of the value will already 1. Similarly here, B part, I raised to power -998. If you want to write, you can write down like 1 over. It can be written as I raised to power 998, 1 over, and you must divide this one, divided by 4. 4 to the 8, 4 to the 8, then 19, 4 4 to the 16, 38, 4 9 to 36. So what we will get? You will get the remainder is the 2 is there only. I raised to power, just you can divide here only. 4 to the 8, 1 9, 4 4 to the 16, 38, 8, 32, 9, 36. So remainder is 2. So this you must write down this remainder is here. So this is equal to 1 over -1. So this is equal to -1. So the value of this is equal to -1, and this was equal to -I. Similarly, you can solve these also. So second question I am taking here now. Let me take the second question is, that is I raised to power 23. We want to take this one. I raised to power 23 plus 1 over I whole raised to power 29 then whole square, and it should be equal to minus 4. तो इसको break करिए. This is your, keep the square as it is. Later on we will see. 23 plus this can be written as 1 over I raised to power 29 whole square. Divide by this one. Divide this 23 by 4. 4 5 jar. So remainder will be 3 plus 1 over 4 7 jar 28. So this is I whole square. Now a plus b whole square, you can expand, this one is there only. So this is your iq whole square plus 1 over I square plus 2 into I3 into 1 over I. Just simply a plus b whole square. First of all हमने क्या किया, 4 से divide किया. 4 5 जा 20, remainder is 3. 4 7 जा 28. That remainder is 28. Remainder is 1 is here. I raised to power 1 will remain here. Now a plus b whole square you can expand. A square plus b square plus 2ab. So here this is I raised to power 6 plus this is 1 over I square and this is 2I square. Again you can divide by 4. So here you will get I raised to power 2 plus this is 1 over I square plus 2I square. So this is, you will get I square is equal to what? Minus 1. Here is minus 1, you will, I square is equal to minus 1, you will divide 1 by minus 1, you will get minus 1. And this is also the I square is minus 1 into 2, minus 2. So this is equal to minus 4, which you want to prove. Just one here only, look at here. So simply nothing is there, you have to divide it by, because हमको पता है कि I raised to power 4 is always equal to plus 1. So you are supposed to divide by 4, write the remainder is here only, and then simply as usual solve it. Now see that this question number 3 is here. Look at the question number 3 now. See now with the question number 3. Question number 3 is, prove that I raised to power n. I raised to power n plus I raised to power n plus 1 plus I raised to power n plus 2 plus I raised to power n plus 3. And that is, we want to prove it's equal to 0. You can break this one. Just see now. This is already, we know that a raised to power n plus n is equal to a raised to power n into a raised to power n. This is already, we know the indices. ये law of indices है. You know, if the bases are same, then power will be added. So here the same thing I am going to do first. I raised to power n. This can be written as I raised to power n into I. This is I raised to power n into I square plus this is I raised to power n into I raised to power 3. Now I raised to power n, you can take out the common. You can take the I raised to power n is common everywhere, because here. So here you will get 1 plus this is I plus this is I square and this is I cube. Now I raised to power n, this is 1 plus I, keep as it is, but I square is equal to what? Minus 1 plus I cube can be written as I square into I, because this is already, we know that I square is equal to minus 1. This is already, we know that. So this is I raised to power n, 1 plus I minus 1 plus I square is minus 1 into I, so the direct you can say this is minus I. So finally you are getting I raised to power n, 1 and 1, I minus I and plus I is cancelled, 0. So this is equal to 0, which you want to prove here only. Have a look. Yes, now the last question is here. Show that this is a real number. You are supposed to solve this one only, and it's a real number. तो केवल इतना ही ध्यान रखना है. I square is equal to minus 1 and I raised to power 4 is equal to plus 1. I raised to power 0 is also equal to 1. Just remember these three. So again 1 plus. We are supposed to divide by 4 is here. So we will divide this 4 by 10 by 4. 4 to the 8. So I raised to power 2 will remain. Remainder we will write only. 4 से इसको एग्जैक्ट डिवाइड करेंगे 4 5 जा, तो रिमाइंडर इज 0 प्लस दिस इज आई रेज़ टू पावर 4 7 जा 28, तो 2 will remain here only. So this is your 1 plus this is I square is equal to minus 1 plus I raised to power, this is 0 is here, so that is 1 plus this is equal to minus 1. I square is equal to, already we know that is minus 1 is there, and I raised to power 0 is also 1. So what you will get? 1 minus 1 plus 1 minus 1. So this is going to cancel. So this is equal to 0, and that is it is a real number. Have a look. Okay, now the imaginary quantities. The square root of a negative real numbers is called an imaginary quantity or the imaginary number, you can say. For example, inside the radical sign, negative value, root and root minus 2 and root minus 3 and root minus 4, these all are the imaginary numbers are there only. So one theorem is there, if a and b are positive real number, then under root minus a into under root minus b is equal to minus under root ab. One thing is keep in mind, this is minus 2 into minus 3 is given. This is not equal to 6. This is not equal to this one is there. This is root 2 under root minus 2 into under root minus 3 is not equal to this one. Means this is under root a into under root b is equal to under root ab. If a and b both are positive, either both are the positive or the 0, means they are the positive or the 0. Sometimes what happens, one may be the positive, one may be the negative, then also we can solve it. See now, how can you say this is under root minus a into under root minus b is equal to minus under root ab you are getting. तो ये कैसे मिल रहा है इसको देखिए. Look at here now. This is the under root minus a into under root minus b. हम इसको लिख सकते हैं. Here is minus a. This is can be written as a into minus 1 into under root minus b can be written as b into minus 1. Simple you can write down. And now minus 1 is already you know that I square is equal to minus 1. This is already you know that this is your iota. So this can be written as under root a into I square into b into I square. So this is equal to what you will get. Here is I will come out here. I under root a into here is I under root b. So this is equal to you are getting I into I, that is I square under root ab. Under root a into under root b you can say, because both are the positive, then you can write on this one, and I square is equal to what? Minus 1. So that is equal to into under root ab. So that's why is equal to minus under root ab. So if inside the radical sign, अगर radical sign के अंदर दोनों ही negative value है, तो minus करके direct you can do the product is there. Then direct you can apply this theorem is there only. Have a look. We will discuss the question also. Now, few questions I am taking. How can you evaluate these things by using the properties? So first is there. First है हमारा minus 25 inside the radical sign, minus 49 is there. So same you can write on this is there 25 into minus 1 into under root 49 into minus 1. Or direct also you can do that. Direct also you can do by using this one. Minus a into minus b is equal to minus under root ab. Then by using this properties also direct you can do that. So this is actually 25 into I square into this is 49 into I square. So this is your 5 in I into this is your 7I. So that is 35 into I square. Because I into I is I square and I square is equal to minus 1. So 35 into minus 1 is equal to minus 35. This is your answer. Direct is also you can do that. You can multiply these two and you can give inside this, outside this radical sign is minus 1, minus is there, direct you can do. Now question number, this is the B part is there. Minus 16 plus 3 root minus 25 plus under root, inside the radical sign is given, then negative value is 0. Same procedure is there. This can be written as under root 16 into minus 1 plus 3 under root 25 into minus 1 plus 36 into minus 1 minus under root 625 into minus 1. And minus 1 means I square is equal to minus 1. That is already, you know, that is iota. So this is equal to under root 16 into I square plus 3 under root 25 I square plus 36 I square minus 625 into I square. Direct you can do. This is, you will take this. So this is a 4I. This is 3 into 5I. This is 6I minus this is 25I. So here is 4I plus 6. That is 10 and 5 is a 15I. So that is 25I. 25I minus 25I. So it is cancelled. So this is equal to 0. So answer of this one is 0. And you can, or here is direct you can apply in case of this one. इसमें आप ये भी apply कर सकते थे. Have a look.